ArCADia system, we can create various types of lists. Options are available on the Architecture ribbon in the Supplementary Elements section. We can, for instance, insert the woodwork list. It can be inserted either at the beginning or at the end of our project, and is filled in during the entire drawing process. This list is made for the whole building, in contrast to the list of rooms, which is now active and made for each level separately. So, to insert the list for the whole building, we have to switch respectively to each level. In the Properties window, we can define what is shown in this list. For example, whether all defined parameters in our room or only selected ones. For example, we are leaving the floor finishing and floor surface. The list is of course modified together with the project. If there are bar elements in the project, we can make the list which shows all the elements together with their cross-sections, sizes, lengths, and of course weights. As for the list of area and cubic capacity, I suggest this list be inserted always at the very end, because this list will be updating data all the time during our work. It means that, for instance, if we insert a wall, all these lists must be rebuilt, so it will take a while. Therefore, it is better to insert them at the very end, or, optionally, to mark in the properties only manual refreshing. In this case, the inserting of any element will not result in automatic recalculation. All values are automatically counted, but if there is a need, we can unmark this automation and modify it ourselves. In addition, we can assign to some area rooms. For example, we have here a utility area or commercial area. We can do this in the following way. We show in which category of area a particular room falls. For instance, garage will later be displayed in the list. If we want to exclude some level so that it is invisible and not reflected in the lists, we can exclude it here in the table or simply remove its data from automatic counting. As for the roof lists, the list of rafter framing has already been shown. In the list of roof surface, corners, baskets, gables, and eaves are additionally counted. Those lengths which we need, for example, to calculate how many drain pipes are needed. Of course, such elements as drain pipes for gutters have their own lists. At the end, we have the material list. We can choose which elements are to be included in the list. Let's say it will be walls and floors. In the list, there's a breakdown into, among others, levels, types of walls. All elements of the same materials are added up. On the projection, there are material thickness, surface area, and of course, actual cubic volume. It means walls with cubic volumes of windows and doors. We still have to have the correction factor, and what is most important, we have the possibility to assign the packaging and number of pieces in the package. The default package is a palette. Not all materials are bought on pallets. For instance, foam polystyrene should have be defined in packs, and roofing paper is defined as a roll. When defining materials, we stipulate the size of elements that are found in this package, as well as the amount of elements. As for the roll, we have to give the length of this roll and thickness of the material. After defining such a package, and not to fill in again in future projects, we will save this type in the global library for use in future projects. Everything that is in the projection in the table can be modified. We can choose what there is and what isn't. We can sort the list in a different way, for instance, by groups or types, depending on what we need at a given time. Each list can be exported as a RTF or CSV file or to our program 10invest. If we export in the RTF format, it will be opened by default in the ArCADia text program. We will still be able to edit this list and then save it in any format that will be needed at the time.